This is Ontomed Jedi, and I'm just going to do some simulated scans to show you, kind of my thought process on how I go about finding things. Um, of course, if you did have a Lime client, you could just type in Lime and pull up quite a few things, a lot of frequencies, but yeah, there's going to be some medications and you know supplements, plenty of those, but plenty of frequencies, and I think that's a good bit of them. I think I have a little bit more frequencies than that, so you could do that. But normally, I'm starting off the top here. That's okay. I'll just remove these. Normally, someone's coming in and they might have a problem that's unknown. And I like to look at things with microorganisms and chemicals first, because those usually will have a better chance of having frequencies through molecular resonance or DNA resonance. And it goes through this simulated scan here. This is 10 times faster than normal, I think. And these are names of homeopathics, as I understand it. The homeopathics for these things. It's what no-sode is. It's not the actual disease or pathogen, but I treat it like it is. So what can I go from? I could go for strep, because I know I have sets of that. Influenza, sure. Herpes, measles. I haven't seen anyone with the measles yet, so I haven't private or otherwise derived frequencies for that. So these are looked at as the stressors or the problem here, and for frequencies, go. There was a virus in there. Don't ask me why I named it that. And then my code for drug resistant and staph and strep stuff. So it's going through all the frequencies. These are either virus or drug resistant staph and strep frequencies, calculated off of the DNA. You can go to DNAfrequencies.com to look at that US patent on how this is done. I'm not saying these are her frequencies, though. They're not. These are, I think, all Pulse Tech private library stuff. Wish I knew which one was which right offhand. I'm getting general good ideas with the ranges, but sometimes some certain ranges have tons of frequencies. Okay, a couple virus ones up top. Herpes. That's lucky. I don't know how that. There's one. Fluke and herpes. Potentially. See, you get intersections at some of these points too, so it might be this, and there, might be other uses for that frequency. In all seriousness, there are. You could look for the name. Generally, I have a better category than this that I created. Metals, organs, spine, and hormones. It's a lot of issues there. This does have different clinical therapies in it. That'd be nice to have some, business cards of chiropractors in the area, because there's chiropractic adjustments, and it's like, well, who do I see for that, and whatever. They're everywhere. So adrenal glands, I could do an example with, there's some tissue repair frequencies that are also energetic frequencies that both intersect in this brain healing program. So that looks like what I'm going to run off of this. Any frequencies? Arsenic. I don't have arsenic frequencies. I think some of the most work that needs to be done with this technology is to find out what frequencies actually work for heavy metals. Back to the strategy. Brain healing. Why? Well, the brain has these signals in it that are radiated to other tissues for their repair, and this is checking to see which ones might be low or high, or in need of. And usually, if there's a current of injury, there exists this frequency which would cause a disruption when something similar was passed by it. That's the way that I look at it. Multiple intersection points there. Oh, yes. Some of my vast frequencies, they'll come up for brain healing or different Pulse Tech private programs. I don't know if I should be proud or ashamed to say I've used almost all of them. Yeah, that's the general idea. And then the frequencies would then be added to my Zyto program. Just delete whatever was in there because it's not current anymore. This is when you're taking these frequencies, which are real frequencies that I took from the different Pulse technology devices and put into the Zyto, and it's putting them back into the Pulse technology devices. So I'm not trying to duplicate these things just with binary. I want to get the real source. It's like you could take. I generally like taking the supplements that come up on these energetic tests rather than say just letting them be done through energetic means. And you could say they're the same, but I don't know. I think the output would last. It's continual, or as long as the half-life is of the substance that you took, if that makes sense. If you're just watching this and you're new, I'll go through an idea of that. So these are the distribution ratios. These being positive would be the same as indicating a strong muscle response test, except it's done through the skin and a galvanic skin response. It's improving of cohesion of the signal, so whatever that means to you. And this, I have seen stuff with this. I don't want to say what I've seen because that's third-hand stuff, but I do include this. But usually I'm doing outputs or trusting the outputs more from the Pulse Tech devices. But I have seen stuff work with this. It just depends on how your chi level is. If your chi level is high, I think this works out quite well. If it's low, well then you might need a direct battery charger, so to speak. This is doing the simulated emission, i.e. the binary code is pushed out at a certain level of resistance against the circuit of the skin where the hand cradle is touching. And I think I have this set for a minute, and the simulated scan's not running it any faster than normal. But any questions? I'm sure I left stuff out. I'm sure there would be plenty of questions from this video. Google how to send someone a YouTube message, because that's the way I prefer to give my email and stuff like that out. Or else just leave a comment or visit DeYoung Health Consulting on Facebook. So this is a little time log of what was done. I could reorganize everything on top of itself, so the categories are then pushed together, and you just have the highest things on top. There you go. Highest reactions followed by lower reactions. You can arrange these things by potency, but this is what gets sent along in emails. This is just a PDF report, and it has the name of the stressor, and then it has in bold, by the way, always in bold, followed by the non-bold deviation ratio. It's all in statistics. So this is where the confusion would come in. This is not a frequency to be run with the pulse deck devices. That's the biggest thing. Not a frequency to be run with the pulse deck device. This one is. It says P3. That just means it's from the pulse precision plasma. And this is the number that would be plugged in, 51,328.5. So it is a common mistake.